What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your main man, Juggernaut of the multi-platinum production crew, Arkatech Beatz.
Arkatech Beatz.
Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. Welcome to the music production and beat making live stream. We get on every night. We make beats. We answer questions about the music industry, and we answer anything that you want to hear. And as we start, working on music that we're working on every night. So, we do what we do. If it's your first time here, make sure that you're following, liking the stream, sharing the screen, hitting the notification bells, all the other good stuff. So I got a sample here that I put into my system. We at 81 BPMs, 4-bar loop, maybe a little longer. Salute, let's go. Add some hats in here. Let's get that laid down. Let's go. Let's try that. Yeah, what up? Try it again. What am I trying to find? Well, I'm trying to figure out if that tempo is right. I don't think it's right. So the way that you can try to tell is you got to try something different. Right? Okay, man, what up? You gotta try something to see if it. You gotta try it to see if it worked, man. So it's like, try it again. Oh, yo, weirdo, we trying to mix that down. Right? Yeah, we trying to mix that one on Weirdo, the Dream. We trying to get that mixed down and get it, finished it off. Because it's not totally finished. So, check this out. You see we got the same sample, same tempo, right? You see how that one is at that speed, and then this one we kind of made it slower. And that's like, it's two different vibes, right? And the question is, what vibe worked better? So you kind of, the only way for you to really know is for you to do it. And then after you do it, you kind of got to sit with it, right? So like, these are one of those joints where you do the record, you're sitting with the record. They're both at the same tempo. They're both at 81. It's just the way that I programmed each one. I programmed it a little bit different than the other one. So right, and then we did. And after you, and Anthony's asking, after you sit with it, do you try to dissect it? Yes, it's a puzzle. Sometimes it'll come to you immediately. Other times it won't. And then what you have to determine, and you have to ask yourself, if, Al Will, thank you for the gift, bro. You have to ask yourself, if it's worth the time, But at the same time, we're in a space where anything can go. You see what I'm saying? So you want to try to give it a good effort. So you want to try to give it a good effort. You want to try to see if, it's going to do what you need it to do. So what I would present to the chat is, for those of you guys who are in the music business, for you guys that are trying to get in, or you guys that are rapping, you guys that are producing, where do you see it? Do you see it landing on tempo on sequence 1, which is a faster program at the same tempo? Or, now some people will say, hey, combine it into the same record, right? As a switch up. He said, what's the difference? It's just one is just slower than the other one, you know what I mean? Depending on, it could be like Hero was saying, could be like type of a pre-hook. You just have to figure out where you want it to place it, you know what I mean? Like, I heard it 2 different ways, so in my brain I'm like, and this sample is not like, it's not like the other samples that I kind of like to play with. You guys know I like to play with samples that are a little bit more intricate. Let's double this up. Oh, well, the samples at the same speed, man. So if you're listening for a sample, it's not really the sample. It's more like the drums. One drum is going a lot faster than the other one. Can I sample Michael Jackson? No. We're not using any samples that'll give us copyright strikes. So not on no live streams, bro. That's how the game works. And even on these ones, Rich, what up? vibe, if you guys understand that. So, quick question. Some people want to hear the beat from last night. All right, let me get to it. I just need a name for this. Chat, give me a name for this so I can. There's a few other, the joints that I want to pull off from last night. That one went kind of, it definitely did its thing, and there's a few other joints that I have to kind of, I gotta get it going. But Chad, I need a name for this one real quick. He says the work. All right. Yeah, let's bag up the work. If you know, you know. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for the gifts and roses. And what up, man? It's good to see you. So look, the joint from last night, right? What's that? The joint from last night, I called it Snub Nose last night. Kind of a classic boom bap, right? Kind of a classic boom bap. Kind of. Tomorrow will be day 60, man. Damn. Rolling Trill. You said play like a dream? Oh, that's from the night before the night. I played it last night, but it's the night before the night before the night. Hold on, man. Let me find out y'all like that R&B stuff. Let me find out y'all like that R&B stuff, man. Let me find out. Yeah, Hero, they don't like the Grammy stuff. They want the R&B stuff. Have I ever done a movie soundtrack? Yes. We're working on a movie actually right now. I can't tell you which one is the name of it, but it's an independent movie coming out. So we worked on that, and then we worked on the old Wu-Tang movie with Raekwon, man. If y'all know my journey with Raekwon, man, we were really integrated in Raekwon's camp. When he had the American Cream Team, shout out to Ray Power. That's when I got the opportunity to work with RZA. To get RZA on one of our records, which is just, a crazy, crazy experience. And if you remember this movie, it's a 1999 or maybe 2000 movie called Black and White. Stars Robert Downey Jr. Yup. Allen Houston from the Knicks, if you remember that. Raekwon, American Cream Team. Bijou Phillips, Elijah Wood, Mike Tyson. Yeah, that's out, man. That's old. You know what I mean? It's an old movie though, but it's a Wu-Tang movie, so you can check it out. How's the eating boy?
When I see you walking in the room, it's like a dream. Can't believe I'm talking to you. It's like a dream. The way you smile, the way you move, it's like a dream. I just hope I wake up with you. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. The way you move, the way you groove, it's like a dream. You are the only one I wanna choose. It's like a dream. When I lay down next to you, it's like a dream. It's like a dream. It's like a dream. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. When I see you walking in the room, it's like a dream. Can't believe I'm talking to you. It's like a dream. The way you smile, the way you move, it's like a dream. I just hope I wake up with you. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come
Arkatech Beatz.
People really like that joint. I haven't gotten so many DMs on that one in a minute. I'm getting a ton of DMs. I'm like, okay. I mean, you got one. That's good. See what I'm saying? That's how the market, you test the market. You know, the market is telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just goes, man. But, you know, but it still needs to, I still need to finish it, right? Like, meaning there still needs to be some instrumentation that needs to be placed around the hook to make it bigger. And then there's also, like, as we go into the hook, we have to make some things, some transitionary things to make that bigger. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we're breaking the beat down and, you know what I'm saying, drops appropriately, you know, making the beat do what it needs to do to make it feel a little bit more complete. And granted, you know, I have a main vocal, but it really doesn't have any quote-unquote ad-libs, right? So it's really kind of just like it has the nice structure of a song that you know, that you can basically pitch, right? So for example, if I wanted to pitch it to somebody whose tone is in the same cadence, Rich Harmon was saying to, you know, send it to Maya, you know, it's just whoever sings in that tone, you know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of singers that still sing in that tone, you know what I mean? So you got to kind of figure it out. Yeah, I gotta sit down with it, man. It ain't gonna be able to happen on the live. I gotta sit down and But these summer days, man, whew, they're terrible. Listen, we got some records with Maya. You know what I mean? You could check out a joint we did with Maya called "Back to Disco." I got an unreleased one, a remix with Back to Disco that actually has Young Jock on it. And then nobody ever heard that. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if we should be able to put that out somewhere. A. Marie. Damn. I don't know, man. Isn't that too laid back for A. Marie right now? But she is cooking right now. Well, that tiny that's kind of killing her, but outside of that. What else I was gonna say? And then we got a joint with Maya and Shorty Low, so y'all can check that out too. About my BI. Bad press is good press, right? Yeah. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And then the other joint that we had that had a vocal on it. We had two joints that had vocals on it. And yeah, I'm building some more like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now that I kind of understand what needs to be done, I'm gonna be putting a lot more emphasis on it. Hold on, let's get this right. I'll tell you, boy. I'll tell you, man.
So you.
What happened? What is it doing? It's not doing the right thing. Oh, there it goes. So listen. Which video you sent me, Hero? Now, there is a bass in there. It's just low, bro. How you listening to it? There's a bass in here. Hold on. The whole thing got a bass in it. Hold on a minute. But it can definitely be brought up. You can definitely add a little bit more low end on that. Oh yeah, I seen that, man. Yeah, I was talking to Mike D about that, man. I think honestly, if there's any place where I would lay blame on Tim, I would say that. I would say that, just tag homie. You know what I mean? At the very most, if you're gonna put somebody's music into it, just tag them. You know what I mean? Or say, hey, this is such and such as music, or this is such and such vocal. You know what I mean? And I put it in the Sono. I'm doing a remix. That's how it sounds. You know what I mean? I think in doing that, that could have helped to alleviate a lot of what we're going through right now. But I think people are really overreacting, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Now I don't even know if it's low. It's definitely it's a live bass, but it can definitely be brought out a little bit more. But I gotta separate the stems. I mean, even if you notice the tag on the beat, he still got to tag the producer. You know what I mean? He got to tag the. You know what I'm saying? If you use it, like you got to tag the producer. You know what I mean? Like you should. And this is why, when folks be like, yo, can I come on your live and can I do this and can I do that? Like this is when it gets tricky, right? Because now imagine Timbaland put you on his platform, and I know that's not a new video. I know that's an old video. That video was probably when Suno first came out. So I know homie been seen that video and probably didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Now people are making it into a thing. Where do I got you? Let's give me a chance to hopefully get it cleaned up where we needed to be. Let me tell you, it's gaining legs because AI. Listen, man. People are afraid of this AI. You heard? They're afraid of it. They're so shook right now. Like, and they trying to find a way to, kind of cut it off before it really takes off. But, the same thing like with ChatGPT. It's like people are using it, but people ain't using it. You know what I mean? Same thing like with crypto. People like use it, but they don't use it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're an early adopter, you're going to benefit from it. If you're not an early adopter, then you lose. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the game works. And, I'm old enough to see all of those times where something should have been adopted early and you never adopted it. And you take an L. You know what I'm saying? How many people wish they would have bought Amazon stock early? How many people wish they would have bought all that Apple stock before the iPhone came out? You know what I'm saying? There's so much things that people could have embraced but never did. But Timbo is Timbo, man. I'm sorry. Like Timbaland is Timbaland, man. And you had to be old enough to remember when that first came out. You had the whole industry doing that. Putting crickets in their music and you know what I'm saying? Putting babies in their music. Like, that's Timbo, bro. I'm sorry. That is Timbaland. So, he's always been the innovator. So, people want to try to discredit it, you know what I mean? But it's okay if y'all afraid of Suno. Y'all could be afraid of Suno. I'll use it. I ain't worried about it. I'm definitely ain't worried about it. I gotta just see. What else did we work on? He said he's still rocking his ASR 10. Man, I wish I never sold mine, man. I ain't gonna hold you. I wish I never sold it. Like, now that I think about it in retrospect, should have never sold that thing. And I sold mine for a Triton like an idiot. It says the real question, Algorithm C says the real question, is it going to be, is AI going to be gatekept, or will everybody be able to use it? I think there's always going to be variations of it, right? To what the public gets to use and what the labels get to use. I think it's going to be two different things. I think it's two different things. I think it's two different places where we'll be, you know? You know who had an EPS 16, and that's why I had went and bought an MPC, because I had the ASR and I was using the ASR with if you remember this Marketed Unicorn performer, digital performer back in the day, and then I wind up going to DR Period Studio. Right. Shout out to him. I went with my cousin. Because at the time, my cousin was, he was just starting his A&R journey at Loud. And I wound up going to DR Period's studio. Now, you have to understand, DR Period did Andy Up for MOP and How About Some Hardcore for MOP. And then he did Broken Language for Smooth the Hustler, right? For those who are old enough to remember the impact of those records, holla at me, right? So low-key, and this is me just being, a student of the game. Low key, I was a fanboy. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he you know what I'm saying? He did, like, arguably for me, when I was growing up, like MOP, How About Some Hardcore, like, it embodied who I was at the time when I was a kid. I shouldn't say a kid, but when I was a YN, right? Well, I shouldn't say that, but anyhow. But when I think back to my times in the Bronx and think back into those days, that was the music that I loved. I ain't gonna hold you, man. It was absolutely aggressive and everything. It was a soundtrack to our lives. You know what I'm saying? Because what was happening in my life at that time, it was like listening to an MOP record or a Broken Language record, like, you know what I'm saying? Shook Ones type, you know what I mean? Like, that's how my life was moving at the time, you know what I mean? So anyhow, I get to the studio. He got an EPS 16. He got an MPC. Now, I don't remember if it's a 3000 or if it was a 60. I don't want to misspeak on it. And then he had the Alesis Monitor 2s. That I remember specifically. And when he started playing these beats, man, them trunks was just banging. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the samples was coming out of the EPS 16, which is basically an ASR. And then the drums was coming out of MPC, and them trunks was just smacking. Just like, and I just, in my brain, I just said, damn it. I said, we got to get better. Like, we just got to get better. You know? And that's the thing, man. When you hear this music, it's supposed to make you feel like that. It's supposed to make you feel like, yo, I got to get better, man. Like, my joint is just not hitting hard enough. You know what I'm saying? I got to go back to the lab. So I went, you know what I'm saying? I think I jumped on, like, American Music Supply or something like that. And I tried to, I don't even remember how I paid for that joint, man. I know I paid for, like, installments or something like that. I paid for that MPC 2000. And true story, man, I was able to use that along a few other things. And, what I did with that, like, the combination of the ASR and the MPC was like Self-Conscious for Prodigy, right? That was a combination of those two machines. The joints that we did with Nas, right? Kids in the PJs, Self-Conscious, the joint we did with Nas called My Worst Enemy. Like, that's all that's the ASR, right? Raekwon Casablanca, Live from New York. That's all ASR. You know what I'm saying? ASR MPC. So we were able to put the samples in the ASR because when you tune down the ASR, it like when you play it down, it does this real funky thing, man. Like it make anything that you kind of play at lower octaves, it just makes it sound dope. I don't know what kind of sample engine is in that thing, man, but I regret selling my joint, man. And I had a big boy too. Pause. It was the ASR 88. Weighted keys, 88 keys. The joint weighed 125 pounds. Like, blown out, 16 megabytes of RAM, the whole thing. So, like, I missed that, man. I was a fool to sell that. Fool, you hear me? Like, if I had a thing that says, you big dummy, to sell it for, like, you know what I mean? To sell it for a damn Triton. Fool. You idiot. The ASR boost button, right? Come on, bro. If you know, you know. Maybe I get another one, man. You know, maybe I get another one, but I like my MPC where I'm at right now. But maybe I get another one in a different world. You know, I just like to see my wave. Like I wasn't really good with truncating with the numbers. Like I like to see my waves. You know what I mean? Because what used to happen is that when I used to trigger stuff, because the key was weighted, it kind of like it was like a delay. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of truncate it, learn how to truncate stuff better. Like visually seeing the wave was much better for me than using the numbers, because the ASR was all numbers. So you know that was what that was back then. But yeah, man, I miss them days, man. Yeah, truncate in real time. Like you telling your age, Jay Steele. You telling your age, bro. You telling them folks how old you is, man. Telling them folks how old you is, man. Team, make sure y'all checking y'all registrations for y'all songs, man. Make sure y'all into your ASCAP. Checking your song registrations. I'll check it out. Folder. Yo, you a funny dude, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like, listen, Max get home in what? 5 months? 4 months? Listen, man.
It's like a dream come true. Dream come true. Dream come true.
Arkatech Beatz.
Yeah, you could do everything in the MPC, man. Listen, vocal in the MPC, the whole nine is it's a scary time. And I could put vocals in the MPC. So I'm like, damn, whole songs? What up, bro? What's happening with you? My man E. Santana in the building. Listen. What y'all think about the new clips, man? What y'all think about the new clips, man? Malice on there going crazy. What's happening? It feels kind of good. How y'all feel about that Pharrell production? What's the word? Listen, man. I was listening to that joint earlier, and I'm like, man. Yeah, that first one, I was like, oh, it's mid. That first one, I was like, it's mid, boy. It's mid. I was getting a little tight. I'm like, yo, why this first one sound like this? You know what I'm saying? Now that second one, sheesh. And then that last verse for Travis, woof. That last verse is venom. Yeah, so we about to see, man. We about to see what's gonna happen with this industry now, man. I must have saved it internal. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I gotta check that Slick Rick too. People saying it's pretty good, man. Nah, Travis Scott ain't responding to that, man. Anybody with good sense wouldn't even try to respond to Pusha T, man. I ain't gonna even hold you. If you got good sense, man, you leave that guy alone. He worse than Kendrick. He's one of the worst. Like, don't even try to rap against him. Yeah, but I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I liked it for what it was. You know what I mean? And then I had a joint. I don't know. What y'all think? Hold on. That's not what I want to do right there. Hold on. Let's see how we could do this here. Okay. Let's see what I could do here. Let's see. bunch of samples in here. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. Let's try it. It's 80 BPMs. Let's see where it takes us. Yeah, bro. I'll be over there in that area sometimes. Just trying to find something different. Yo, Mike crazy. Mike say she's saying nigga. yo, Mike, you crazy. Yo, for real. Honestly, I didn't even really peep what she was saying. I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely gotta do it now. I gotta do it now. Yo, you killed the whole vibe, bro. Yo, that's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Somebody said, hurry up and buy. Let's go. That's crazy. Hold on. Yo, Mike, you got me crying over here, bro. That is crazy. That man said, yo, she said, nigga. Yeah, I'm crying. Let's go. Hold on. get it to go. Got to do something different with this one, man. Got to make it do what it got to do. Hold on, let's name this right. Somebody said I'm in, the clips got me motivated. Yo, it's funny because it's like you will have these samples and you won't use them, and then you hear somebody else do something, you be like, damn, I should have did that. But it ain't nothing. Like, if you think about it, that's like Timberland all day. Shout out to Mike Drama D, man, for making me hear the wrong word all night, because I wasn't hearing that, and now I can't unhear it. It's like I can't unhear it. Crazy. It's really crazy though. I ain't gonna hold you. B minor. Let's get this thing to do what we needed to do. Let's get it to do what it needed to do. I mess with Gross Beat at FL Studio. I think I got something to go with this now. Alright, hold on. I think I got something now. I think I'm on to something. I don't even know where it's going, but we're going to try something. Let's get that out of here. And then let's get a different sound. Let's find a clap. Hold on. Oh, we almost there. I didn't know where it was gonna go, but we here. You're in the right place, bro. We doing the tutorials every night, man. He said, imagine putting Cody on this. Man, what would she be saying? Make me wonder. Hold on, I gotta do something else here. Yo, I did not know where this was gonna go. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna try to there's some other parts here. So I'm gonna try to get them in. There's definitely other parts. There's other parts, bro. Let's do this. We're gonna do that here. We're gonna try that. We're gonna copy the sequence over to number 3. And we're gonna try it. Yo, Chad, I need a name for this one. And it can't be what she's saying. Because it's really wild. Cause like when I'm listening to this joint, like I can't get it out of my head right now. That's wild. Like it's crazy. Like it's so crazy. Crazy. I see what's happening here. Sudan Nights. I like that. Crazy. It's crazy. Like it's just. She's like, now you're a. Yo, it's crazy, dog. She's like, now you're a. Let's go. Boom bap fire. Boom bap Bollywood. We're gonna go with Sudan Nights, man. Sudan Nights, Knigth. Shout out to the clips, man. Dope vibes, right? Shout out Mike Trauma D, man. Yeah, my cousin be wild, bro. he was in the YouTube chat. Yo, Hero, good call on the 808. Yeah. Not feeling that right now. Not feeling that right now. Listen. So, you do know that you could take, I could do this, right? I could take a certain part of this, right? Say, for example, I could take, right? And then I can have it be extended into something else. You know what I mean? To make it change. And then I could take those stems and bring those back into the track. You know what I'm saying? Like the sample's giving me what it's giving me. I could take that, I could input it and say, hey, I needed to do this, crescendo up, do this, make a change, put in the BPMs, put in how many bars, and I can have something different. Listen, the possibilities are endless, man. You just got to be willing to do what you're willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of like what I did with the other joint. Pardon me. I would play it, with the speakers out. Then hum a melody into my phone, right? Hum the melody, how I want it to sound. Put it into the joint. Then tell it, male, female, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What kind of joint, and then see what it give me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta try it. You gotta see what it do. You know what I mean? So everything is everything. You know what I mean? right now, I'm not. Right now, the only DAW that I was using was Serato Studio and FL Studio. You know what I mean? And but now I'm gonna start using the MPC joint more and get more into that. That is just crazy, man. And look, I had the sample earlier. It's so funny because I had the sample earlier, and I was like, I don't know where this is gonna go. And I had it loaded up into the system and everything, and then I decided not to go with it, and then we wound up going with the other one, right? So now when I came back to this one, now look where we are. No, I never got a chance to really mess with the SP1200. I had a friend that had it, but I never really could get into it because I'm a person that likes long sample time. You know what I'm saying? Like I like long samples. I was never really I never really liked chopping samples, man. If you go through our catalog, you'll notice that our catalog always got long ass samples. Like we like long samples. Pause. 2-bar, 4-bar, 8-bar samples. I just think I like Max B. You know what I mean? But or think about like Jadakiss joint. And it keeps going, like, you know what I mean? Oh, look, it's Capital Punishment. Like it just keeps going. Like it just keeps going, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way that we like to hear our records. We like our records to kind of to build up, and then kind of end on a high or the 4-note or 8-bar. I'm about to wrap up this live, man. That's Sudan Nights, man. We probably should have called it YN. So putting the 808 in it, and then now going back and putting, and then going back and then putting in the kick drum into it, it just changes the entire dynamic of that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it feel like it's really butter. Like it's really popping. Let me save this. And then the joint that we was working on prior to that. already. I see you, man. Appreciate the rose. Thank you. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. So selected. I appreciate the gift, man. Listen, we're here every night, and trying to show people how to use this NPC, answering questions about the music business. Between me and my partner Mike Trauma D, man, we got like I said, like over 25 years collective experience in this music business, man. You know what I'm saying? In terms of as producers, we were signed to, the infamous Loud Records, Loud Sony Records, Loud Columbia Sony Records. We had a production deal there for a while, and then we were also A&Rs. A&Rs for your best groups ever. Mike Deep, Big Pun, Mobb Deep. MOP, Raekwon, you know what I'm saying? So definitely we have to, we're here to answer questions and help people to kind of get started in this thing. I know there's a lot of questions. Always check out our website. There are definitely free resources, a ton of articles, join our newsletter. If you haven't already gotten the books, make sure you get the books so that you can understand the music business. I see way too many questions about music publishing and copyright, and people that just don't seem to understand it. And I need people to really pay attention to these things, because in this music business, that's where, you're going to make your money. It's going to be basically off of your copyright. So it's up to you to understand that, front to back. Yeah, you got to dive into it now, man. I recommend these, you know what I'm saying? I'll start off with the Musician's Guide to Music Publishing. You definitely want to start off with that, and, this is part of the game. This is part of the process. Folks see me getting on here live. We've been live now 59 days. I've been going live for 59 days. Like this, this is some live streams are 2 hours, some are 3 hours. We've been on here for 59 days straight. Maybe with the I think we took off 1 weekend when we hit day 50. But for the most part, we've been running this thing straight. And we're just trying to make sure that people are understanding the music business. And like I said, we're trying to build a community of producers and content creators, folks that really want to learn this thing. Absolutely. And if you need any replays of the lives, those are on YouTube. I mean, like, those are on YouTube, and you can always rewatch those. And listen, I appreciate everybody that comes into this live every night. You know, Born Ready, Rob Mully, Kaz, Rich Harmon, Ashkin. And, you know, there's a few folks that come in, like, you know, they're here night after night, you know, asking questions and just trying to learn. You know what I mean? And I wanted to try to get on earlier at 9:00 tonight, but, you know, these kids, man, in the summer nights. The summertime, man. You know, you be like, you try to put your kids to bed. Your kids ain't going to bed. Kids out of school, man. I'm gonna make sure I get them in the pool tomorrow, so I can get them tired. I need to see something. Like, we're trying to figure it out, right? King, what up? Crazy. Listen, we're about to get up out of here. Listen, I want to thank everybody for hitting me in the live. We'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you hit the notification buttons so y'all see when we're going live. Before I get out of here, man, does anybody have any questions, man? I didn't get any questions tonight, and I want to make sure that I'm answering questions for folks before I jump out of here. He said, keep up to date on that beat. Yeah, I gotta get it done, man. But most times I would normally work toward the day, but I can't really do too much of that in the day because I'm really trying to put a lot more time with my kids during the day since they're off of school. So making sure that they got their activities and, you know, just keeping up to the stuff that I want them to do. So a lot of the time that I would use that to mix stuff, but between the normal business administration that we have to handle, because, you know, we have a catalog that we have to manage. So that tends to be a little tedious. Rich, man, I appreciate you, man. We're going to try to get everything done and, you know, get things where we want them to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, Cass. But like I said, man, I know people may have some questions. So if you got any questions, I got about 5 minutes that I'll give to, you know, answer any questions as it relates to anything. What was it like to work with Big Pun? Man. You know, like how I didn't know he was going to become what he became. You know, like, you have to realize, like, the first time I got introduced to Big Pun was through a record that was produced by Young Lord. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He's from my side of town in the Bronx. And at the time, my cousin was still in the he was still like in the mailroom / doing street team for the label. And he bought me this white label for Pun, which was You're Not a Killer. And I listened to it, and, you know, I thought it was cool. I'm like, okay, this is a good little street single, whatever. But I wasn't sure where it was going to go, you know, in terms of, like, we already had Biggie, you know what I mean? And I was like, we had Biggie, we already had Fat Joe, so I was like, I'm not sure how this thing is gonna work, And every week, me and Mike would get together, and we would put our beats together, and we would put them on these cassettes that we would call Bash Music. We had Bash Music Volume 1, 2, and 3. We put labels on it and everything, try to make it look like, like it was a really good beat tape. And while he was at Loud, he was developing relationships, from the mailroom. He was having relationships with different artists in the building. And the funny thing about my cousin, right, is that when he was younger, people used to say he looked like Raekwon. So they used to call him like little Raekwon in the office. So that kind of was like his segue to, to move around. And plus at the time, he was no older than 20 years old. You know what I mean? So people took a liking to him. Pun took a liking to him, and then he was able to play Pun some of these records. Pun chose that record, Capital Punishment, that beat. Now, from what I understand, there was already a different version of Capital Punishment that he had done, but I never heard it. You know what I mean? That's what I remember being told. So we wind up getting told that he wanted to lay the beat down. The first time we went to lay the beat down was in Mystic Studios. I had an ASR. I didn't have an ASR. I had an ASR at the time, and I had put all the beats on like triplicate floppy disk, and they had like an ASR 10 rack mount, but it was running so hot. I don't know if it's because of the case that they put it in. And when I tried to like load the samples and stuff into the thing, it like corrupted the disc, and I couldn't get the beat to load. So that session was a wash. Pun was like, yo, you didn't get to chance to lay the beat. We were like, nah, we couldn't lay the beat, Had to come back another day. This time I bought my zip drives. Then, we were able to lay the beat down, but we didn't separate the drums. So Pun was like, yo, I need y'all to separate the drums. You know what I'm saying? It was a loop that we didn't chop up. So back to the drawing board again. So now this time I said, all right, I'm going to lay everything down on ADATs. So if anybody remembers those, you got to remember how that worked. So I laid everything down on ADATs. They set up the session. I told them to rent the machines. I bought the tapes in. Soundboy transferred them from ADATs to Real. And then Pun, went into the room, basically sat on the chair. And then he did Capital Punishment. You know what I mean? And, and the way he do it, he would do it like line out, line and then punch the line and no line, punch the line. So it was never really like a one take kind of guy. He was kind of like, he would build his record, methodically like that. And Soundboy would be really good in terms of doing that, because just trying to make sure that he didn't have a lot of breaths in the music. Then he coached Prospect through his verse. And then in the beginning of the record, we had put a portion of Boys in the Hood. There was a Furious Styles part when he was talking about, gentrification, and that was the initial part of Capital Punishment. And you can kind of hear that version on our YouTube that has that version before Capital Punishment, the actual record starts. So like that was like. So that was working with him on that was like crazy. And then when we worked with him again on Leatherface, that was crazy. At the time he was in Sony Studios, and we was, he was living out that studio because his house was being remodeled. And, he played us that there. And then when we did like Triple Threat. And then there was another time we tried to get Pun. We tried to get Pun on a record. We had did a track. And we tried to get Pun on the record with Kelly Price. And, we had invited Kelly Price to the studio at the time. I think her husband was managing her. And we were trying to get both of them, to kind of get a record in, but we just couldn't seem to get it to connect. You know what I mean? But, it was definitely worth the try. But working with Pun was wonderful, man. It was the best experience ever. You know what I mean? He changed my life, man. I tell people like that's our first record, man. And it sold millions of copies, and it became, the first Latino rapper to become, just to sell 1 million records, and it was just crazy. Damn, Rich. It says, is it true that you can take a sample of someone's track from YouTube? Nah, man, you can't do that. Copyright infringement is copyright infringement, man. You can't take music from nowhere, man. Whether it be YouTube, wherever, you can't take a copyright infringement. It's copyright infringement. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we're blessed, man. Like I couldn't, like, I have to think about the people that I work with that are no longer here. Big Pun, Prodigy, Mobb Deep, right? For people in the South, Shorty Low, Trouble, DTE, you know, shout out, you know, rest in peace to him. Little Keed, rest in peace to him. You know, he was, you know, really under like Young Thug's YSL, and he was really, you know, popping in Atlanta for a little while. For those who know, was a young guy, you know, passed away very young. You know, it's just a blessing to really have these different stages of our career, having that prominent New York run, and then coming to the South and being able to work with Killer Mike, and being able to work with Gibbs, and being able to work with Sci-Hi and Waka Flocka and Alley Boy and these guys. You know what I mean? Like, these are scrappy. You know, this is you know, I can't really complain. You know, I've seen a lot. Yeah, well, chord progressions, they said they said chord progressions can't be copywritten. I wouldn't say that. I would say that depending on how you play the chord progression, you know what I'm saying? And then what do you couple it with, you know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes people say they would want to, you know, most times if you put an idea into a tangible form, you know, there is some aspects of copywriting, you know what I mean? Because remember, you're using a specific sound, you're using a specific pitch, you know, so there's different things to that. Like, you may not be able to do the composition, but you definitely will be able to do the sound recording. Listen, I you know, you Kaz, you see me here, you know, night after night, and you see like how it is. It's like we're choosing different, you know, we're doing different genres. You know, it may not feel like we're doing different genres, but we are. And when I introduce the vocalists into these songs, you realize that, oh, wait a minute, it is a different genre. That can go pop, or that can go that. It's like once you start adding vocals to stuff, then you start really seeing the possibilities of where a lot of these things can go, you know. But it's up to us to kind of build a bunch of things and to make sure that we're producing them, you know, fully. Right, consider making a melody. I can't wait to play this loud, man. I want to hear how this 808 is banging. I need to change the last part of it. out to everybody in the live, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same channel. You can check us out on, if you want to rewatch the live, you check it out on YouTube, of course. We're on all platforms. But if the replay, you'd have to watch on YouTube specifically. But before I get out of here, I got to play my girl, you know what I mean?
When I see you walking in the room, it's like a dream.